Hello and welcome to GDPR365. Today I'm going to take you through our school's version of GDPR365 and cover the areas that you need to know about for GDPR compliance. So if you look at the screen displayed, that is the home screen which drives everything you need to do in terms of compliance. The main areas are compliance itself. Now compliance is split into 4 different areas: data subject consent, electronic marketing, HR practices, and information use and security. And there what we have is we have a series of checklists that you need to work with to set the status of the progress of where you are with that specific task. And you can see there's a dashboard showing how complete you are with anything at any point in time. The other area of compliance is governance, and governance is really getting your privacy notices right, getting your subject access set up correctly done, and having your internal documents for publication to your staff to teach them and train them about the various things. So we cover this area comprehensively for you. We generate your privacy notice for you from the data mapping exercises, and you simply cut and paste a piece of code, put it into your website, and your privacy notice will be available. You obviously also have to display your privacy notice at your counters of your school and in any place where you collect information. The other main area of GDPR compliance is subject access, and what we have given you is the ability to process subject access requests. In governance, we have given you the ability to set up, via placing a piece of code on your website, a subject access request form, which opens and displays a subject access request form for capture by the people who wish to get information from you. And then we have a workflow area to receive these subject access requests and to process them through various stages of their life cycle: received, checked, verified, in progress, rejected, or complete. So we track full, and this is one of the key requisites of GDPR, is to be able to track subject access requests. Another area of GDPR that you need to manage on an ongoing basis is breach management. Breach management is anywhere where data of the individuals is lost or stolen in any way whatever, and you need to record these incidents, have a log of all these incidents, and go through the process of recording them. We give you a lot of guidance about how to manage the process, containment and recovery, the incident details, the risk assessment continued, a note to the supervisory authority if you need to report this breach, and a note to all the parents or the pupils or the staff who have been breached. And it's a full workflow for breach management, including incident evaluation and response, which you need to do to complete the breach management. We have a large area on employee training. So for employees, we have a checklist on how to manage your employees, and we also have an employee communication center where you can communicate documents to the employees, and you can see which ones have read or accepted those documents at any point in time. So those are the main areas of GDPR compliance. It's a compliance, governance, employee training, subject access, and breach management. The others are to deal with data mapping, is where you determine who you're holding information about, why you are holding that information, what information you're holding, and where it is located. And we give you a really nice method of doing this, which I will breeze through. You choose your who, which is data subject types. You choose your why, which is called your processing purpose. For each processing purpose, you determine what data you're holding, and of a personal nature, also of a sensitive personal nature, and where this is located. And at any point in time, you can visualize your data map and see exactly where information is being kept in your organization and what information is used for what purpose. So other areas are biometric data processing, where we can produce a consent form for parents; processors, where if, for example, you outsource your bus service or your payroll for your staff, you need to have a processor contract with that entity to manage the way they manage the information. But at any point in time, you can produce a readiness assessment which gives you a full status of your compliance as a school. So it shows you your answers to what you've unlocked, shows you your organization details, shows you information about what you've done in terms of appointing a data protection officer or DPO. It shows you your governance areas of which documents you've accepted and which you haven't. You have your employee checklist, employee compliance, which shows which employees have read and accepted the training documents, and we will shortly be including video training inside of this. Then we have the compliance status of every single aspect that you need to cover: direct electronic marketing, HR practices, information use and security, and then we have our processor contracts and our data sharing agreements. At any point in time, you may want to use this as a management tool to manage compliance, for example. If I want to manage compliance and I want to show everything that's in progress or not started for HR practices and information use and security, there it's brought up the report and it shows me everything I still need to action in those two spheres of my compliance program. We have a number of reports available. You can add users as you need to. We've got a full support center, and you can log support tickets in the support center and view your tickets, and there's a full repository of information about the GDPR for you to action and read. So that is our overview, 6.5 minutes, of the GDPR for schools. Thank you very much.